your house on fire, Clark?
No, Bethany, those are Christmas lights.
Don't throw me down, Clark.
I'll try not to, Aunt Bethany.
Is this the airport, Clark?
We're here.
Hey, Grizz, me and Bethany figured out the perfect gift for you.
Oh, Uncle Louis, you didn't have to buy me anything.
Damn it, Bethany, he guessed it.
Oh, that was fun. I love riding in cars. When did you move to Florida? Ellen, are you still dating Clark?
Oh, Aunt Bethany. You know, you shouldn't have done that.
Oh, dear. Did I break wind?
Jesus, did the room clear out, Bethany? Hell no, she means presents. You shouldn't have brought presents.
It isn't every day somebody moves into a new house.
They didn't move into a new house.
Mom?
In the living room, Russ.
This house is bigger than your old one. Is Rusty still in the Navy?
Aunt Bethany, why don't you go with Francis and Catherine into the living room and say hello to everybody?
Hello, everybody.
Hello, just in the living room.
I should say it.
You should say it.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello,
Mom?
What?
This box is meowing.
Let me see it. She wrapped up her damn cat.
Take it in the kitchen and open it up.
Then we'll have a cat running around the
You
house.
can't leave it in the box.
Why would somebody wrap up a cat in a box?
She gets confused, Rusty. She's old. She and Uncle Louis don't have much money, so she takes things from around the house, wraps them up, gives them away as presents.
Great. Can't wait to see what I got.
Listen here, it's leaking. It's lime.
That would be her Jell-O mold. I'll take it, Eddie. Why don't you go back in the living room and enjoy yourself, Russ?
Come on, boy. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's go find your sister.
Yay, yay! Guess who's back in the mother-sucking house?
That's right.
Trendsetter 222, baby. Welcome to Storytime with Boots. After a long hiatus, I am back. I got another little one in the saddle, and had to take a little time there because I promised that my next show would not be anything political. I couldn't really think of anything that I wanted to talk about, quite honestly. This one, I'm going to keep my word. We're not going to go into politics. I figure what better way with Thanksgiving coming up, Christmas coming up, we'll do a little holiday show.
I like it.
And Rip a Beat was right on board for that. So before we get into anything, check us out on Facebook and Twitter, Storytime with Boots. Or I'm sorry, Twitter is Storytime Boots and Instagram Storytime with Boots. Check out Friend to the Pod, You're Super, and use code BOOTS, all caps, to get 15% and stop that coronavirus from getting in your system. All right, so today what we're going to do is we're going to do some top fives, and we're going to do it for both Thanksgiving and Christmas. Some of the top fives we'll go through for Thanksgiving are foods, but we're going to exclude turkey because I figure you got to. That's like a given. We'll go through the best part of the day for Thanksgiving, and I have a couple bullet points here and some notes. Christmas, top 5 songs in no particular order. Movies, gifts that men want versus gifts that men get, and gifts that women want versus gifts that women actually get. And then your favorite thing about the Christmas season.
Nice.
How's that sound?
Good.
All righty. We're going to start, since Thanksgiving's coming up, let's start with top 5 foods. And I have these in no particular order. And again, we're going to exclude the turkey because it's turkey. And to me, it doesn't come out much different. I mean, you could do the deep-fried turkey. You could do the roasted.
I never had that.
You never had it?
My parents' neighbors do it, and I'm really interested.
Honestly, I don't think it's any better. At first, I did. The skin might be a little better, might be a little, but the actual meat itself, it's not that, like if you slow roast a turkey and you do it right, I don't think it's really that much better. In fact, last Thanksgiving, the last time I had it, because last Thanksgiving I didn't really do much, I didn't think it was better. I actually thought the roasted turkey was better.
Did you ever cook?
A turkey?
Yeah.
Numerous times.
Like for Thanksgiving, I mean like host.
I don't know if I've actually ever cooked it host. I've gotten like free turkey from the supermarket for shopping.
Right.
And then I make it like the day after. I don't think I've actually cooked it as a host.
Nice.
Have you?
No, of course not.
No, I didn't think. Have you ever cooked a turkey?
No, I don't.
It's not that hard. It's a lot easier than
To me,
you think.
turkey's kind of bland.
It is.
And it's usually always dry. It's just less dry or more dry if it's cooked wrong.
The key is you got to get some butter underneath the skin, and you got to season it well. Like, do something a little different, whether you do, like, a Cajun style. Maybe you do I don't know. There's a bunch of shit you can do. But that's the key because white meat is fucking tough to keep moist. That's what she said.
Yeah.
All right, so top 5 foods, excluding the turkey, which is you. I have sweet potato casserole. And I'm not a big sweet potato guy, but like the casserole with the brown sugar and either like Paula Deen style with a ton of butter, and she does like brown sugar and crushed walnuts, I think.
I like the walnuts sounding good.
Yeah, my mom does it with marshmallows. I'm telling you, it's the shit, man. I'm not a big sweet potato guy, but that has to be on there. Green bean casserole, which is a white people staple, I think.
I think so too, but I'm proud to say that we do not do that at any of my families, my grandma, my mom.
Why? Is that a Swedish thing? What are you guys eating? Sardines and shit?
No, I don't know. I can't think. Well, you get into your list. I'm sure we'll uncover some of them, but.
How do you not have green bean? All right, you know what? I can't even lie. Back in the day when we would have a big Thanksgiving and my grandma would cook for me and my aunts, my cousins, everybody, there'd be a ton of people at the house. I don't think we had green bean casserole. It wasn't until like later in Thanksgivings. We didn't have it right away. All right, stuffing is a staple, of course. You can do that a variety of different ways. There's sage, sausage stuffing, stuffing in potatoes, stuffing scampi. You get my point. I like just traditional stuffing in the turkey. In the turkey's better because it's nice and moist.
I'm not a big stuffing person. Yeah, I'm not a big anything you mentioned.
I'm dying to hear your list, so I'll just round out mine.
Good.
So the last 2 are going to be mashed potatoes, of course, and then I have one dessert, which is pumpkin pie. Just traditional pumpkin pie. You know, there's nothing like it. Once a year. I'm not a big pumpkin pie person otherwise, but like you have it once a year and it's good. So let me hear your top 5. I can't believe.
I like corn, different kind of corn, like mix in like some green peppers and like maybe like cherry tomato, like
Are you getting
diced
fancy
up.
with it?
Like a little bit of a fancy corn. I don't know if that's on my like top 5, but I'm real big on cranberry sauce.
Oh my God, this is like the worst of the top 5.
I like collard greens.
This is the worst of Thanksgiving.
I like collard greens. They're so good. I can't get down with sweet potatoes. You have to have the right people that know how to make them.
All right, collard greens, corn, and what was the other one?
I like collard greens. I like corn. I like mashed potatoes. My mom sprinkles a little like ranch in it, not
good.
Dressing.
The dry powder,
like
mix.
the dry powder.
Yeah.
That's like a little secret to spice up the mashed potatoes. My number 1 is mashed potatoes. I like the dinner roll.
So you got that.
I like the dinner roll.
That's not bad either. That's a
like
good call.
Even just the Pillsbury, but just like a nice.
So wait, go back to the cranberry sauce then. Is that out of the can or is that homemade?
I actually think the can is just as good.
I was going
to be totally honest with you.
I like the can better. Maybe I didn't have good enough cranberry sauce, but I've had like that. I don't like the fucking mold. It's disgusting. Like, do you ever have the mold that has like celery and all kinds of weird shit in that?
Nah, I can't do that either.
That shit's vomit.
And then I guess
so that was
I like
4.
you kind of stole one with the pumpkin pie, and I just want to throw in pumpkin beer. I'm not a big beer drinker, as everyone knows, but during Thanksgiving, I like getting pumpkined out.
That's what are you?
It's like the last
white woman.
It's like the last hurrah for the pumpkin stuff for me.
Oh my God, that is an awful list. The only thing I'll give you credit for is mashed potatoes and the dinner rolls, because I forgot about those.
Yeah.
Little dinner roll in the gravy.
Corn, yeah.
You can even make like a little mini sandwich out of them.
And how do you not like the cranberry sauce?
All right, I like you said, I like it
That's
out of the
3.
can. You got a little tart, I guess.
Mixes it up?
Mixes up the flavor because you got all those heavy flavors with the gravy, the stuffing. You got a little tart there. I'll give you that.
And if I sound a little off, just FYI, my family's gotten smaller over the last like 3 years with people passing. We've been going to dinner for maybe 4 years now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where do you guys go?
Brandywine Prime, just a
Local
no one
spot?
would know that local spot. But yeah, we
Do they put out like a full spread?
So they do have the spread. Just a little side note, if anyone ever goes out, because I've experienced it over my life. We've probably been to dinner on Thanksgiving like 10 times. It sucks. The Thanksgiving spread always sucks. So I just
Really?
go off the menu. Yeah, it's just non-traditional. It's one thing I don't like. I
That doesn't
like
seem like it would be the case. I figured like they'd, well.
like the turkey just takes extra. Everything's extra bland, and they say white
maybe
people's
you're going
stuff
to the
is
wrong.
bland.
You're going to the wrong spot.
I've been to a lot of different places, and every time the turkey stuff, like it's usually like Thanksgiving feast, and it'll be like everything that you mentioned. It'll be like cranberry stuffing,
All lined up in
like
the
just
platters.
like on
Buffet
platters,
platter.
though. Yeah,
Yeah.
like maybe 4 or 5 things on the platter, and it's my stepdad gets it every year, and he's disappointed. We made plans this year, and he already said he's like, I'm not getting. He's like, don't let me get the Thanksgiving meal because you want to get it, you're in the spirit, but
Why
it's
don't
usually
you-
a letdown.
Why don't you fuckers just cook for yourself? Have a small little feast. Nobody
It's-
feels
it-
like dealing with it.
Yeah, and what it is just turned into our tradition. You know what I mean? Everyone's different and family's different, so now it's like
I smell you.
we go out on Christmas Eve and Thanksgiving every year. Well, not every year, but for the past 4, and we've sprinkled in the past, like mixed it in the past. I've went out to dinner.
Do you get fucked up?
Yeah, I think you were getting into that, but that's one of my favorite.
Well, that's
I get sloppy drunk on Christmas and Thanksgiving. Like I'm talking,
like
start
shit
in
your
the morning,
pants?
like close to shit your pants.
Holy fuck! What does your mom say when you're so fucking shit-faced?
She's always like,
You taking it too far?
what does she say?
She's like, you're almost 40. Don't you think it's you're taking it
She
too
can't
far?
say Ciroc. I think she says Ciroc instead. No, that is how you say it.
Ciroc.
She's always like, you get nasty
Stop
when you
sucking
drink the
the
Ciroc.
cock.
But yeah, that's like my little list. But definitely cranberry, a nice dinner roll.
The corn.
I like the corn too.
So
Mix in a
cranberry,
little
dinner roll, corn.
mashed potatoes with ranch in it.
Yeah, did we say that? You had the collard greens.
I like collard
And
greens
you had
too.
you also had the pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
So we agreed on the pumpkin pie, the mashed potatoes. Now my 3 definitely trump your 3. Anybody chime in on social media? Sweet potato casserole,
Yuck.
green bean casserole,
Yuck.
and stuffing will kill collard greens, corn with fucking peppers in it, and cranberry sauce any day of the week.
I like cranberry sauce.
I'm going to put a poll up. We'll see. Just for those 3, because 2 we agree on. All right. So we just tapped into it a little bit. Best part of Thanksgiving Day. I got my list of 5 here, and this is no particular order, but I'm going to start off with, and this is kind of funny because I really don't go much to these anymore, or I've only went a few times, and I've never really even been a part of one, but it just reminds you of the holiday season, and that's local high school rivalry games, which unfortunately with COVID now, a lot of people aren't going to get to do that.
Yeah, and to be totally honest, to your point, I haven't partaken probably 10 or 15 years, but through my high school into college years, even into like my early 20s, we would like get up a little rough touch game. Do the local, we would play, then go to like Ridley Interborough, you know, but there's a ton of them. What is it? Doesn't AP play someone?
I mean, every town
yeah.
or neighborhood or has like some type of rivalry, and that's what's cool, like you said, because that's almost something to do to get together with your friends on the holidays that you used to do, or just get together with people in the neighborhood and go to the games. But like I said, I haven't done it in so long, but it reminds you holidays
I
are
think
kicking
3
off.
years ago is the last time I played. Lantern organizes something.
And when I played high school football, we didn't actually play anybody. But, yeah, local bars will do something. You can come in and get Bloody Marys, or you'll play first, then maybe go to the game,
Yep.
then start the day, which is the next thing is, like, hanging out with family. Obviously, that's good. It seems like there's a different energy for Thanksgiving. Like, everybody's just there to eat. Nobody's worried about, oh, shit, did I get this person a gift? Did I not get this person a gift?
Yeah, I like that. I see
And
what you're saying.
everybody's just, like, there to hang out, drink, and stuff their fucking face.
Yeah.
That's what's cool, because you could transition right from something like being with your friends at the Thanksgiving game, go right to your family, just keep the drinking going.
Yeah, and it's family sounds like cliche or just like a no-brainer, but there is a little extra on Thanksgiving.
Different buzz.
What else you got? Because I got something else too.
Well, drinking was one, which we're touching on, but So number 4 would also be football on TV. So the NFL games,
Yeah.
Pretty traditional. I think it's Detroit and Dallas that plays every year.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily each other, but they play every year on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So you got 2 NFL football games that you could watch
I feel
all
like
throughout
Packers
the day.
Eagles been on in recent years.
Yeah, the Eagles were 2
Definitely
years ago.
Detroit and Dallas, though, for sure.
I think they play every year. So that's just a tradition, too. They come out with that big 8-legged turkey or whatever they got. Turducken, yeah.
That was Madden.
Madden's famous homage to Thanksgiving, the turducken. Have you ever had?
No.
Me neither. I can't see it being much different. Although, on TV, it looks good as shit. I'm not going to lie. So lastly, and I don't know if we'll hear your list here in a second, I have very underrated dessert and then leftovers. Everything we mentioned was kind of like your build-up from the morning throughout the whole Thanksgiving day. And then maybe you get a little nap in or you chill out on the couch for a little bit. My house, my grandma, all the neighbors back in the day used to come up and have dessert at our house. We had to put out a ton of pies and stuff like that. So dessert's always cool. It's like how you round out. You have some more drinks, get that pumpkin pie we were talking about, and then the leftovers are key too. So you might go back for that like late night, or the next day you make the famous Thanksgiving sandwich, which is you take those biscuits, you get some turkey, maybe a little gravy, you get the cranberry, that's where the cranberry's good.
Yeah.
And then you get some stuffing. That's one of the fucking best sandwiches all time.
Definitely. And I wasn't super appreciative of it because being in retail for so long, I used to have to work on Thanksgiving night or all day on Black Friday. So now that I'm not in a retail career, it's definitely important for me to just be able to really appreciate all the years that I missed it because, we're talking about 13 years that I didn't get to experience it. Another thing that's underrated, maybe not so much later on in life, but that Thanksgiving Eve get-together and then you wake up hungover. I didn't mention it, but waking up hungover is like one of the few times I enjoy a hangover. Just tearing it up the night before, with people back in town, going back to the hometown.
Was there nothing better than in your early 20s than the night before Thanksgiving, amateur night?
It used to be so good. Now it is amateur night.
Because literally, how we talked about how it sets up all of Thanksgiving from morning, that it literally starts that night. You're either coming back from college, everybody's back. You go to 1 or 2 local bars, you get shit-faced.
You think that's all over the country or just like Northeast?
That's a good question. I think it's...
Or maybe East Coast, but I don't know. That's why I asked. My thought is I'll bet it's not like that in California or some of the transient cities.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see a poll with that if I put it out there and got all 5 people to answer. I think my first thought that it would be predominant in places like the Northeast, in the suburbs outside of the big cities.
Yeah.
What I think it would be is like outside of the big cities, like suburbs of Philly, Chicago, New York, all those main city areas is where I would think people would do that.
Yeah. But, dude, that's something that I really appreciate was the night before and just getting together with everyone.
Nobody does that now.
Not with these times.
No. But
what else?
So that's a good one. They were my 5, so I like that one.
Yeah, I don't know that I have 5 because I agree with so many of them. Definitely.
That was a good add-on, though. I forgot about that.
I think the leftovers is arguably better than the dinner itself. I like the turkey better cold. I like the sandwich. I like relaxing, watching football, to your point.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like sometimes, my family, we would do like a game, like a Trivial Pursuit.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah, like just like a family game. But yeah, you
Naked
touched
Twister.
on a lot of stuff. Naked Twister.
Shove a dill up your ass. To dessert, is pumpkin pie your favorite dessert?
Absolutely.
For now, this is just for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, just for Thanksgiving. And it's funny you say that because I was trying to think of what else do people make.
Apple pie.
Yeah, I know apple pie. I just can't even think of something that would even contest. It's got to be pumpkin pie. Is there a cookie or a pastry that is traditional? I know.
I mean, people will bring
cookies
stuff
are
up.
like Christmas time. People make Christmas cookies, pizzelles, or.
Oh, you just hit on something that we're probably going to go ahead.
Oh yeah. I don't want to step
All
on
right, anyway,
the future sector, but yeah,
pizzelles are like the most. I used to like them when I was younger. They suck. They're the most overrated fucking thing. It tastes like...
You know what I like doing? I like making ice cream sandwiches with them.
Okay, that's a good use for them.
Yeah.
I mean, because they suck otherwise.
Yeah, that's all I really got. I mean, I don't really have a top 5 of things to do. It's definitely football, family time, leftovers. They're the 3 major things that I like to just hit
Well,
on.
before we roll into Christmas then, better holiday, Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Oh, Christmas is undefeated.
Really?
I think, yeah.
A lot of people say Thanksgiving for the reason that I mentioned earlier.
Just the pressures of non-society, gift giving.
All that, like you literally just get there, drink, eat your face off, and then roll. You don't have to worry about, like, did I forget this person's gift? Or is this person going to like my gift?
Yeah, that is a little bit, but just something about the Christmas. It's a little bit colder. I'm a fan of the cold. If we ever got snow on Christmas, which we haven't in a long time, I don't think, but...
We might have touched on this in a previous pod. I don't remember. What do you got for, or do you have top 5 Christmas movies? Because I have a list. Esquire.com did a list of 55 of the top Christmas movies. Some of them I don't know. Some of them are pretty good as you get close to the top 10. And I'll rattle them off real quick.
Well, before you do that, I just want to be outraged that they took my favorite Peanuts movies. Apple bought them, and they're not going to be shown. And I think that that's a fucking outrage. It's probably been...
Wait, why? What Peanuts movies, first off?
All of them. The whole Peanuts catalog.
Like Charlie Brown Christmas?
Like the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, the Thanksgiving one, the Christmas one. It's not going to be on cable this year for the first time, I think, in like 60 years.
So it's not going to be on going forward or just this year?
So, obviously, I don't know. I didn't do a deep dive and figure out the contracts, but Apple acquired them, and they're streaming them on Apple TV, which is why they're off of cable.
Oh.
So it could be like a 3-year deal or like a 5-year deal or a 1-year deal.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Goddamn, greed doesn't ruin everything.
I don't know about you. That just my mom instilled Charlie Brown in me when I was a little kid, and I just always got a sweet spot for the Peanuts gang on just, all of them. Mainly the Halloween, Thanksgiving, and then Christmas.
Sons of bitches. Well, we'll touch on the Peanuts, I think, here in a second. I'll go through top 55 really quick. Some of them I don't know, but as you get closer to the top 10, it gets a little more accurate. So 55, they have The Snowman. I'm not familiar with that. 54, Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Tim Allen?
No.
The old one?
It's a cartoon. 53 is A Christmas Prince. Again, don't know that. 52, One Magic Christmas. 51 is Last Holiday with Queen Latifah. 50 is White Reindeer.
I haven't heard. I don't know any of these.
49 is Office Christmas Party. This was pretty recent with Jennifer Aniston, T.J. Miller.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, I never saw it. Did
Me
you?
neither.
Okay.
I'm picky on movies.
48, The Night Before. That was with Seth Rogen.
Oh.
I didn't see that either.
Oh my God.
Is that good?
I don't know that it, yes. So just to give you the quick plot line, three or four friends link back up because they're all in hometown and they're all married now. And then they just tear it up one more time on the town. I don't want to give too much of it, but they do like edibles and they get really into like a college-y party, if you see where I'm going.
Damn.
And I think Seth Rogen's freaking hilarious, and he is. And it's hilarious.
I got to check that out then. 47 is Jack Frost.
Isn't that a scary movie?
Nah, again, I think that's like a cartoonish type thing. There are some scary movies, though.
Yeah.
46 is Four Christmases with Vince Vaughn and
That's
Reese
fucking hilarious. I like that.
I think I saw parts of that. I don't remember too much.
It's got the chick from Eastbound and Down. I can't think of her name. His girlfriend that he loved.
Oh, yeah.
So it's Reese and Vince Vaughn are the one couple, and then the brother and sister-in-law are her and Favreau.
Who's like Vince Vaughn's best friend.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. Easy watching.
45 is Batman Returns, which, I don't know. I don't really look at that as a Christmas movie.
Sure,
now, here's one of my tops. 44 is Just Friends, which, again, some people wouldn't probably label that as a Christmas movie. I love that movie for some reason.
I don't know it.
You never saw it with
like
Ryan Reynolds? And
yeah, I don't like him.
It's like one of the only rom-coms I like.
Yeah, rom-com.
43 is Happy Christmas. Don't know that shit. 42 is The Holiday. A lot of women will probably like that. 41 is Love Actually. Same thing there. 40, Jingle All the Way. 39 is Prancer. Nope, doesn't make mine.
We got to get to the nitty-gritties because
Yeah.
I got 5 that I think are really...
30, well, we are. 38 is
I'm
Mixed
sure they're up
Nuts. Again, 37, Deck the Halls. 36, The Family Stone. 35 is Metropolitan. Where the fuck up they come up with these movies? 34 is Silent Night, Deadly Night.
I didn't realize they had this many.
33 is It Happened on Fifth Avenue. Not familiar. 32 is Edward Scissorhands. That was a Christmas movie? I don't even know
Well,
if I
there's
saw
that
all
dilemma
that.
with Die Hard. People go crazy when...
That's on here.
I'm sure it's on the...
Spoiler
in the top
alert.
10, I imagine.
Yeah. Again, I never really looked. I haven't seen Die Hard probably since I was like 10 or 11.
I like them.
31 is The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. 30 is Carol. 29 is The Polar Express. 28 is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Another one of those.
28?
I know.
That's
That's
got to
in my
be
top 5.
10.
Yeah. That's in my top 5. It's just, I go with a lot of traditional ones, which again, I'm giving.
I don't know if
here,
I could
but
narrow it down to 5.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I'm just, like, I could easily swap out a bunch for
Yeah.
other ones.
I have a 1, though.
And the same thing with, like, when we get to the songs. Same thing. Like, I could easily swap out. 27 is a very Harold and Kumar Christmas. Nope. 26 is Die Hard. 25 is While You Were Sleeping.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't even... I can't
24
believe...
is
I
Kiss
still
Kiss.
can't believe fucking... The Grinch is in the...
That's a classic.
Not even top 25. That's a straight classic. Violation. Go ahead. Who is this? Essence?
Esquire.
Esquire. Pretty reputable. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't
24 is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Sounds like a porn. 23 is Gremlins. 22, The Shop Around the Corner. I don't know any of these shits. 21, A Christmas Tale. I should have probably just did the top 20. 20 is Black Christmas. And it's not
Should've
what you
just did
think.
top
It's
10.
not like a Tyler Perry movie. 19 is Eyes Wide Shut. 18, Little Women. 17 is The Best Man Holiday. 16, Meet Me in St. Louis. 15 is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Again, that should be
Top 10.
Top
That
10 at least.
Automatic. That and...
14 is A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh, that's too low, too.
That is. I mean, these are all classics. These are all staples. Now, here's one that I think I put in my top 5 but took out, and I only put it in. I had to rethink it. I'm like, no, this is my top 5, but I thought people would like this one. This would be in most people's top 5, just not mine. Elf.
Yeah.
You a big Elf fan?
Not huge, no. I don't
A lot
have
of
to
people
watch
are,
it
though.
every year. Yeah, people think that is. I would just like you did. I would maybe give it 5th or honorable mention, but not for me, though.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Right. 12 is The Apartment. That's an old school one. Back in the 60s, it looks like. 11 is Nightmare Before Christmas.
I never saw that.
One of those
Tim
quirky
Burton or
Tim
whatever?
Burton movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw part
Here it's
of it,
good.
but it's not really my style. 10 is A Christmas Carol.
Is that
That's the classic
Ralphie?
one. No, we'll get to that.
Is that the old people?
Yeah, it's an older black
Yeah.
and white.
Yeah, I know that.
Ebenezer
Gotcha.
Scrooge.
Yeah.
Charles Dickens. Number 9 is The Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh, I'm cool with that.
I think
respect the Muppets.
Yeah, I think that might even be a little.
I think they're hilarious.
8 is Bad Santa with Billy Bob Thornton.
That's hilarious,
That was
too. I
pretty
don't know
funny.
if that's cracking my top 5.
Yeah, I don't think I put
I don't think I put that ahead of Elf or The Grinch
No.
or Charlie Brown
No.
or freaking Rudolph.
But the
Yeah.
funny thing is that's not even the worst violation of that. Like some of these other ones I never even heard of that are ahead of that. 7 is Miracle on 34th Street. 6 is Scrooge with Bill Murray. 5, this was in my top 5, Home Alone. 4 is White Christmas. 3 is A Christmas Story with Ralphie. You're going to shoot your eye out,
Yeah.
which should be there in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, this is the GOAT, and I think this is the number 2. The GOAT that
I
pretty
think
much
we're gonna agree on this.
99% of America would say the Holy Grail, National Lampoon's Christmas
Yeah,
Vacation.
that's number 1.
That's number 1.
It's gotta
Hands
be.
fucking down. Not even close.
I know I'm going to be embarrassed when
People
It's gotta
quote
be
this
Frosty
all
then,
year
this
long.
one.
They run this, and A Christmas Story runs on a 24-hour loop on certain channels.
Yeah.
And then number 1, they had It's a Wonderful Life.
What?
I mean,
That's the old movie.
yeah. I'm fine with tradition. I will go with traditional movies over newer movies. But National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is the GOAT. It has everything. It has the family coming. It has the drama, all the bullshit he goes through with his boss.
Yeah.
The neighbors, just nothing going right.
The family bullshit.
Yeah. That's
Cousin Eddie. That is the GOAT. That's not even
think it's
debatable.
close.
Some people say Christmas Story. I mean, I think Christmas Story is probably my two. For some reason, I'm sick of it. Where National Lampoon, I don't get sick of it.
You don't get sick of it. Yeah, Christmas Story can get boring at times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's more like nostalgia, I think.
You're right. And then for me, I told you I couldn't narrow it to 5. Just rattle them off. I got to see Rudolph. Frosty's my favorite one.
Frosty the Ho-Man?
Frosty, Rudolph.
Well, here's my top 5. Number 1, we talked about, Christmas Vacation. That goes without saying. Others, the orders I could absolutely change. So I have Grinch, I have Christmas Story, I have Home Alone, and I have Just Friends. Now, I'd probably take... I just like that movie. Let me take that out. Let me throw in Charlie Brown Christmas. And then honorable mention then would be Rudolph and Just Friends.
Gotcha. So I think I got to go... Christmas Story, or National Lampoon's is the one that's undebatable, and then in no particular order, Christmas Story, Grinch, Frosty, and that only gives me one more spot. I think I gotta go the Peanuts Gang. I have to watch the Grinch and Frosty every year. Rudolph, I don't have to watch, and Peanuts I have to watch every year too. And Christmas Vacation I gotta watch.
I was just trying
Good
to think.
stuff.
I was just trying to think of my... Give me your top 5 quotes from National Lampoon's.
Oh, there's so
See
many.
if you can rattle them off.
I like just the whole tone, the comedic tone of like the characters. I can't think off the top of my head. You say a couple. There's a couple.
I'll give you one, and you tell me what the scene is. Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
I don't know that one.
Oh, how do you not know that? When he's in the store with the chick. And he's looking at lingerie,
yeah.
And he said his wife
I
died.
got it out. Yeah. And he's like, Russ? And he's like, Rusty. I like when Uncle Eddie shows up.
Is Rusty still in the Navy,
Clark. Yeah, that's... what's her name?
Aunt Bethany.
Yeah, Aunt Bethany. I just like the whole movie. I can't do impressions good like you, but when they... What's that? Dog's just yakking on the bone. Ruby Sue got kicked by a mule. Eyes go cross, fell down the well, eyes go back. I don't know, Clark.
All right, so let's roll into songs here. I could change this list anytime. I just got 5 of, I think, what are some of the top songs. Oh Holy Night, I think, might be the best.
Silent Night?
No, Oh Holy Night.
Oh Holy Night.
Go ahead, sing it. Oh,
I just can't think of it.
It's like an angel. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Last Christmas, Santa Baby, and All I Want for Christmas Is You.
All I Want for Christmas, you're talking about Mariah?
Mm-hmm.
All right, for me, it's All I Want for Christmas. This Christmas, Donny Hathaway. That's my shit.
How does that go?
This
Give me a little
Christmas
bit of that.
will be very special Christmas.
Oh, the way you sing that, I might have to change my list.
I like the Chipmunk Christmas song. It's my shit.
All right, sing it like Alvin.
Thought I want or hope I get my
never stop.
hula hoop.
Oh shit! I got an ornament with that plays. That.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's my shit. It's got to be what's like the Nutcracker too, or
Little Drummer Boy.
No, Little Drummer Boy and chestnuts roasting on an open
My
fire.
nuts roasting on an open fire.
Yeah. It's Christmas.
Is
Got
that
some
Bing
bangers.
Crosby?
Yeah.
Christmas has a ton. Like
Yeah.
you could swap out a bunch of these. There's 5 that I went with.
Yeah.
And I literally Googled like top Christmas songs just to
I
refresh my memory.
What are some other ones that
might make the list? All right.
I'm trying to think of. So for the whole
Christmas
song,
Time in Hollis, Queens, Little Run DMC.
I like Hark the Herald Angels Sing too.
Melly Kaliki. Oh,
Joy
so
to
there's
the
one
World.
From,
Molly Kaliki Maka is the one.
do you remember that scene? That was the chick from the store, the lingerie, or Macy's. So a couple other ones that are on the list: Holly Jolly Christmas.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Here Comes Santa Claus. Let It Snow. It's beginning to look a lot. Yep.
Like
Winter Wonderland.
Winter Wonderland.
Blue Christmas, Elvis.
Run, Rudolph, run. Yeah, good stuff. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Keep going.
I wouldn't touch you in a
No.
45
not how it
and a
goes.
half
All right. So we'll wrap it up. Holy Night's the GOAT.
No, I gotta say no.
No?
It's gotta be the Mariah songs to go.
All right. A lot of people like her Christmas album. They say her Christmas album was one of the best.
I like Old Blue Eyes.
Frankie.
Yeah. I'm big on the Christmas too.
Like old school? Horse. You like the old school?
I could do any of those guys. Bing Crosby, I'm sure he sings them all. I just like all the hits. Silent Night.
Bangers.
Yeah.
All right, so I wanted to get into...
Side note, Thanksgiving doesn't have songs. Not like Christmas, at least.
Does it have any?
I don't know. Off the top of my head, I thought you were going to pull one out on me. But that just goes
what she said.
Christmas. That's why Christmas is better. Continue.
All right, well, see, the thing about Christmas, too, why I might give you that is because Christmas has, like, a whole season to it. It just feels like the month of December is kind of dedicated to Christmas. Yeah. Everybody gets in that mode. You start literally hearing Christmas songs right after Thanksgiving, maybe even before.
Dude, Christmas 5 weeks from Thursday.
What's sad is like, usually there's kind of that buzz in the malls. You see the Santa Claus. You know what I mean? Everything's decorated.
Yeah. Well, so I hate that all, though, because I worked in the mall for years.
Oh. So that's bad memories for you.
Yeah, that's like PTSD. That's why I'm home. Chilling hard, drinking,
smoking.
Nah, we don't do that.
Crip walking
for sure.
So I got a list here of the top gifts that men get versus what men actually want, and what women get versus what women actually want. First off, we'll start with what men actually get. What would you say top 5 gifts? Now, this isn't anything I found online. I'm just like mainly thinking of past experience and trying to... You're in retail. What do you think gifts that men get, top 5?
I got to say, it depends on age, but just overall...
I'm looking more like our age and a little older.
Our age and older?
Our age and like dads.
So I think for dads, it's definitely socks, underwear, tie, this is the first one I'm going to preface by saying this. Something that I want, that I get... Cologne. I think cologne's a good, easy one, and I love getting cologne. So that would be 4.
What's your cologne of choice? Jacquard?
I gotta keep that low, but I was a fan of the Jacquard.
Wait, what? Why do you're a trendsetter too? Why do you got to keep that shit low?
Because I don't need...
Set the fucking trend. What
is
it?
I set them, and I keep them to myself.
What do you think? Like someone's gonna...
I've been known to smell good.
Oh, you don't want anyone else smelling good.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
You don't want any of these. You know they put out a ton of these cologne, whatever you're wearing, so they can make a profit, right? You know there's other people that are wearing this shit.
Yeah, there could be, but...
You want to be the only hunk in your area?
That's exactly right.
Smelling beefcake-like?
Want to be extra hunky.
Okay.
Yeah, so underwear.
I got to notice cologne.
Socks. Now. I have like 5 or 7 on rotation.
All right, well, give me
not so much since we got older.
Give me one of the 5.
I'll give you a low one down the list, a classic, really low. Probably would only be honorable mention, but Jean Paul Gaultier is a nice.
I used to have that.
Smelling.
You think you're the only one that had that shit?
No, that's why I gave that one up.
All right.
That's a popular one.
That is a popular one. Very like vanilla-y.
Yeah.
God, I haven't worn cologne in a long time.
Dude, I was saying, right now I only have 2 at the house, and I usually keep 5.
I'll give everybody. I won't be. I
do like a work one.
What's your work cologne?
No, I mean
hunks. Now you work in an office with all dudes, right?
Well, I actually work from home every other day.
You spray yourself?
Yeah, we have. Well, it's part of in sales. Wait. You're in sales. You want to feel good when you're.
Yeah, but you're on the phone.
Yeah, but it's still part of the feeling good.
What is?
Listen, man. Side tip, but this is like a quarantine life hack. You gotta like wake up and get in the shower and like put yourself together, like just for
someone
sanity.
was reading their Gary Vaynerchuk book.
Nah, I'm just saying it's true.
You got to get yourself in the same mindset as you would as if you were working.
I mean, I'm not trying to go there with it because there's perks of working from home, but so let's hear some.
All right, we'll get off your cologne.
Yeah.
So here's what I have for gift that men actually get, not necessarily that they want. One is slippers. I think that's like a dad staple to get Dad some new slippers, even though he probably has 2 new pairs still in the closet. Cologne. Some men want that. I think I have that. No, I don't have that. Cologne, some men want it, but I don't think the majority of the time when it's given as a gift, they get what they actually want in terms of cologne. Like more,
fair point.
Dads are probably getting the Old Spice or the English Leather when really they want some of that down low hunk juice that you get on the black market that they're looking for. Clothes and socks, which I think you mentioned. That's always a big thing, I think, again, for dads. New undies, new socks. They get to replace all
Well, you say clothes, yeah. I don't know that clothes is too general. I think socks and underwear for
socks
sure.
and undies. They
Sweaters, too, I feel like.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like just a random sweatshirt like
or
Eagle sweatshirt or whatever the football team is. But socks and undies for sure. They can replace
I like the slippers call, too.
Yeah, slippers definitely.
I personally like a good house shoe and a slipper, too.
And that's what you start to appreciate more as you get older. And like you look forward to...
And I'm not talking the slide, like the Jordan slide.
No, I'm
talking about
like
a slipper or a house shoe.
The fur in the side.
Yeah,
nice
like an
and
UGG
soft.
or something.
Uh-huh. Hugging your feet. Dude, I look for them when I'm working from home. Like
I'll tell you what I love. Do you know what the Aristocrat is?
No.
It's just like the old man, all leather. You just slip in.
Slipper?
Yeah.
Old school?
Yeah, like
Does
old
it have
school.
the back or no back?
They come both ways.
Wow.
But
this is legit.
Google it. Aristocrat.
It's called the Aristocrat.
Yeah,
too.
it's a known, like different brands will have the Aristocrat. It's like a model or something, I guess you would say. But I like them, and I like some that have no traction, and then I like some that can go outdoors that got the little bit of traction.
I always try not to wear my slippers outdoors. I always try to wear my flip-flops outdoors. But
Same, I'm OCD like that.
There's always that 1 or 2 times, see, because I have a dog and everything else, that I get out and it pisses me off because I don't want to wear them around the house, but I still do it. So you mentioned ties. I have ties.
Yeah.
The last one that I have, this is, again, a dad staple, toiletry items. So either getting like that shaving gift set or the travel pack with the nail clippers and the fucking comb. Oh, that is nice.
Just the classic.
Dad comes out with a robe and a smoker's jacket and those bad boys
Notice
on.
it doesn't have the mock toe either. It's the all like one leather. You know the mock toe with the hard stitch? It's kind of like the boat shoe look.
That's legit.
That's the Aristocrat.
That's stepping up your game right there.
Yeah.
In the slipper world anyway.
And they come backless too. But go ahead. Sorry.
I'm debating on whether I might go backless on the next. It's just all due to laziness and comfort.
See, I have a pair of backless ones now, and I want the back.
I like being. I like the security of the back.
We're getting old.
I know.
We're way too
it's
excited
weird
about
because
this topic.
On one hand, I'm lazy and I just want to slip it on without having to like slip my finger through the back part so I can get my heel in.
But those Aristocrats, you just collapse the back.
You step on it?
Yeah.
And it just forms around the back of your foot?
Yeah, because it's really flimsy.
Wow.
Old school.
I might have to get me an Aristocrat then.
Hilarious. So what else did you say? So toiletries. I'm surprised I didn't mention that. That's you guaranteed got a pair. You guaranteed are getting shaving cream in your stocking.
Yeah, like the Gillette gift pack with the shaving cream,
stocking,
the
stuffer.
aftershave, and the fucking razor.
Yeah,
no doubt. All right, now so ladies, listen up here. They were the gifts that men get. Here's gifts. Now, this is. I'll be honest, it's probably a little biased towards myself.
It's all subjective, I'm sure.
It's all subjective. So, of course, you know your boyfriend, your husband. Trendsetter 222 is going to put some ideas out there for his lady, what she can get him. But I would say I would hit a big portion of the male audience demographic from probably 30 to 55 or even better with my list of 5 here. So here's what men probably want. For me, whiskey, scotch, nice bottle of scotch is definitely a great gift, something that I think can go overlooked. Like or a bottle, maybe a nice bottle of vodka, but I think a nice whiskey. Take the time to ask the guy at the liquor store, what they got that's good or what they might like.
Before you move forward, what's that brand? Give me a brand. Maybe we'll get a check.
For me? Well, see, I'm like an old man. A lot of people are big on bourbon these days, and there's tons of good bourbon. Jefferson's Ocean, Lost at Sea.
Never
I
heard
just
of
had
it
the other day. It's pretty pricey for as far as bourbon goes, about $80 a bottle. But there's plenty that you can get in the $30 to $40 range that are really good too.
Got it.
That was one I just had. But for me, I like Scotch. So for one of the best Scotches that you can get is in a moderate price range. Well, I say moderate, it's probably high. $70 to $80 is Balvenie Caribbean cask. It's aged 14 years.
Is that the Islay kind that's like made on the...
Islay?
Yeah.
No. This is from...
Now, is that peaty or is that rye?
No, it's not rye. It's not really peaty.
Smoky?
Yeah. Got a
Those
little
are like the
smoke.
three
It's from
That's
the
what I like.
Speyside.
I don't like rye, really. That's why
It's from
I
the Speyside region. Look at me. Fancy pants.
Yeah.
But
now
a lot
you're
of those
all fancy.
scotches tend to have more of a caramel, citrus fruit, like orange notes to it for people that are into that, and then like the oaky type finish. And it's aged in a Caribbean cask, so it's got a little bit of that like hint of rum flavor too.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's good.
I like a rum.
It's really good. So there you go. So whiskey, a nice spirit, that's always a good gift. Number 2, I'm right up that same alley. I like a nice case of beer as a gift, believe it or not. I know it seems...
I think that's a one-off with you.
It seems a little Delco-esque, but...
That's definitely a Delco.
I fucking like it. Like, someone gives you a case of beer, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll take that.
Now, when
Nice
you
little
say
of
case, what
Heine.
are we talking about? Oh, just you're happy with your Heine Light.
My everyday drinker, my Heine Delight. So Heine Delight, get on board here and start sponsoring me so I don't have to buy these shits anymore. I'm putting your name out there. But I would go with Lagunitas. That's a good everyday IPA that I like. Or some Guinness. Always good to have some Guinness in the winter.
Nice.
That's
Interesting.
one. I think a lot of guys would appreciate that. Something simple. Golf. So I have here is the next one is golf stuff. This could be a variety of different things. Now, I would consult your hunk of choice before getting any golf clubs in particular, because sometimes they got to be fitted. You got to know what they like, so that might not be the best option. But maybe you take the time and buy a round of golf at a local golf course and get like that gift certificate type thing that you can give. That's always a great gift. There's a bunch of different products that you can get too, but I would probably stick to simple. So unless you actually know your boyfriend or husband, what type of shit they like, or you go look in their golf bag, that might be a little bit of reach. But
I got to tell you, I'm out. So I'm glad you're not buying gifts for me.
Yeah, you don't like any of this so far.
I like the Good Spirit bottle.
Good spirit. Well, you're not a beer drinker.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not a whiskey drinker. Do you have a penis? Pull your pants down.
Don't get it
you're not
fucked
even
up.
a man.
I'm a drinker,
No, wait.
and I'll put it all back. And if you hung with me plenty of bachelor parties and nights, I think you know that. But I don't prefer whiskey. I like clear liquors, gins, vodkas. I like red wine.
You like, what are
And then my
kids
High Noons.
drinking these days? The hard seltzers.
High Noons.
High Noon. That's another brand?
Yeah, that's
They got so many
They're,
right
they're
now.
vodka and club instead of the seltzer beer.
I don't know. I think we might have to
And
put
listen,
you
the
in-
whiskey, I will say, the old lady took me to one of her college friends, like fancy house up in Lancaster, and he brought out a
Wait,
bottle.
I don't think that those words have ever been said before.
Dude,
Fancy
I didn't even
house
know,
out in Lancaster?
I didn't know that Lancaster had like a little city to it.
For
Sounds
people
like
who
you
don't
didn't
know,
that.
Lancaster, PA is Amish country.
Yeah. So, but anyway, the point is, I was pleasantly surprised with how smooth this. I think it was.
Remember
called,
the name?
It was a year. It was the year Kentucky got into the Union.
1776.
No, that's
No, that's
a
vodka,
little bit
right?
later. It was like 1798, I think it was.
They got so many out now, too.
But it was good. I couldn't believe it was smooth.
Scale 1 to 2.
I'll give it 1.7.
Now I know you mean business.
But yeah, I just don't prefer that. But I like the good spirit or the good bottle of red. I would appreciate.
Strike 3. I think we have to put you in the gifts that women would want category. So you love wine.
Red wine.
You won't
That's
tell.
a specific thing.
You won't tell me
White
what
wine
type of
is
cologne
piss.
you wear because you don't want anyone else to wear your scent. And you don't like whiskey and you don't like beer or golf.
Listen to your list.
Whiskey, beer, golf.
Yeah.
All right.
And then you probably want a little. You probably want a pee pad when you're all wasted. You could just piss on your pee pad. That's two.
Let me wrate that down. Pee Depends.
Yeah,
Number 4 I have, because I'm so fucking manly.
I'm for the sophisticated man.
Ah,
You're the manly man of the
right.
show.
look at this. That's hair on my chest. Oh, you got some too, haven't you?
Yeah.
Who'd you steal that off of?
No, I'm a hairy dude.
Oh, all right. So number 4 for me is Home Depot gift card because I'm so goddamn handy.
What's hilarious is I was going to mention that on gifts that they don't want.
Really?
Because my mom runs my household. Obviously, I live on my own. Every year,
but
I'll
she
be
still
like,
runs your household?
I'll ask my stepdad, what do you want? Because he likes to do a little tokey. And my mom is always like, get him Home Depot. And I'm like, I didn't ask you, woman. And I just feel bad because, like, you know, some years I'll just end up getting them like 50 in Home Depot. Like, in addition to, but like I don't even want to get them Home Depot. I'd rather spend that 50 on like a bigger gift or a different gift. And it's funny
Get
you
him
mentioned
50
that
to
too.
the wash.
He does love Home Depot. I guess you do too.
No, that's the funny thing. I'm kind of a fucking fraud when I say that. Lately, I've been buying a lot of shit at Home Depot. This is more, I guess, I'm trying to think like what a lot of men would want.
Well, home services is booming through quarantine. It's a good
Well,
business.
that's a good point, too. Like, a lot of people are doing
So it sounds like you're getting into it.
DIY. I'm more just trying to fix certain shit up around the house. You know what I mean? I'm not handy really at all.
Me neither.
But I can do some basic shit, and I'll YouTube some videos and stuff like that. But that was more what I think. There's the dad card again, like what dads would want. Home Depot card, they can go in there. I got to admit, I was looking at those drill sets and that come with the not the Craftsman, the DeWalt ones.
They're the best ones.
That comes with the drill.
I brought a cheap Ryu one, or Ryobi.
Ryobi sucks, dude.
It's actually not that bad, but I didn't get the drill. I just got the, what's it called? The compact drill? Like, I don't have the drill bits. It's just like the...
All right, so if you're if you're just using it around the house...
That's as handy as I'll get, though.
Onesie, twosie type shit, maybe you're hanging a picture or some bullshit, then it probably serves a purpose. But Ryobi products, here you go. Listen up, ladies. Overall, suck ass. And I know from experience because my pressure washer and was it my weed whacker? Both took a hog shit.
Oh, that sucks.
Within like a year or two. The pressure washer worked good, too. The fucking handle went to shit. Don't get Ryobi. There's, go DeWalt or...
So tools, Depot.
So that's number 4. And then number 5 is definitely, I literally have it as old dad gift, is some extra wide New Balances. That's not me.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That's just a standard.
The 620s.
Yeah.
The New Balance 620.
So that's just a little tip for dad or maybe even grandpa what they'll want. That wouldn't...
The 4E width.
The extra wide.
Yeah, that's 4E. There's 2E and 4E.
Wait,
yeah.
4E?
Yeah.
So like 4 times extra wide?
I don't know what the E stand for, but it's the normal width. I just know that from, obviously,
Foot Locker?
D width is standard, then 2E is wide, and then 4E is extra wide.
Now, that's been a long time. Was that shoe as popular? Like, I think it's like almost becoming...
Well, it's a niche. It has a demand, like a certain demand.
It's the old middle-aged...
Or sometimes people with diabetes, like your foot swell. I don't know.
What is it about old guys' feet
New Balance
getting so wide, though? Why do they need extra wide?
I think it's in their head sometimes, too.
Just extra comfort?
It's not more comfortable, but yeah. I think it's just...
I'm like, does your foot just keep getting fatter as you get older or something?
I like my shoes tighter fitting.
I like them normal fitting. I don't like them, like, too tight, too loose.
Yeah, I mean, I wear them unlaced, but I like them a little on the tight side, snug fitting.
Okay. So that was my top 5 of what gifts men actually want. Do you have any sophisticated version or metrosexual version?
I would like, it's kind of old manish too. I like a nice pack of undershirts, like white.
There you go. You are getting old.
Yeah, so that is
the things you hated as a kid are the things you like as an adult.
Another thing, and it's not a yearly gift for me because you'll know when I say it, but I like a quality robe.
I never wear it, though. I never wear a robe.
I wear mine often.
Do you?
Yeah.
You just, like, walk around your house by yourself with a robe on?
Yeah.
Are you nude underneath?
Sometimes. Sometimes I'm just boxers. See, I'm one of those people that I have boxers on in my house 98% of the time.
Just boxers?
Just boxers.
Mine's mesh shorts.
So that's why the robe is like ideal for me. Like the robe is
in
like
case the mailman comes and you want to
whoever
like a little peeping Tom action.
However,
flash your shit open real quick.
I just want easy access.
Yeah. Fuck 'em.
Yeah.
The robe.
So robe.
All right. So for you, robe, cologne, undershirts.
I like undershirts.
What about underdraws? Or do you like to buy your own underdraws?
I like to own my own underdraws. I like Calvin.
You got to replace those
Gotta do
skids
my
of yesteryear.
Calvins. Yeah.
You're Calvin. You Mark Wahlberg in the
Yeah.
90s.
Plus about 8 inches protrusion on a gut.
Hey, that's another sign of getting old.
And then I don't really know for a gift. It could be year to year. I still dabble in gaming here and there, so I would appreciate something like that.
I like that you're almost 40 and said gaming.
Well, I'm
You take the
only
shit seriously?
37. I'm only 37.
Almost 40.
Not close to 40 yet.
We'll agree to disagree.
Still got 3
Old
years.
man.
Oh, we can hash this out because I hate that we are still young
We still look pretty young.
in
At
comparison.
least I think.
I think both of us definitely do. We
Yeah.
don't look like 40-year-old hunks, but
If we lost the weight, we could pass for late 20s, I think.
yeah, I agree. But I don't want to live our old years back. But
No, that's
I can't
not-
think of another good gift off the top of my head. I like where you said with like a nice bottle. I think bottle is a little classy.
I think a lot of people do, when they think of bottle, like you'll think of like you're going to a Christmas party or something, you bring like you go to a liquor store and just pick out the coolest looking bottle of wine. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
no,
when-
put some thought into it.
When you
think
actually
mean-
put a little
Yeah.
thought to it and you get a bottle, like you know somebody likes whiskey and you get them a good brand of whiskey or something, I think that's a little cooler than,
Yeah.
what we're talking about here.
I got a good question because I think I'm on the outside of this. When giving a gift, do you like spontaneous or do you like getting something off your list?
Well, I don't make a list. I'm an adult.
I just mean if you're dropping hints,
Right.
do you want a hint
dropped
that
it?
you dropped, or it's like you just talked about some things you like and, you get a brand new car jack. You're going to be like,
It depends.
or like a new softball bat or something. You're going to be like, what the fuck?
It depends on the person. So if your partner knows you well, then a spontaneous gift can be really cool. If they try, but maybe don't fully succeed, then something you've been hitting towards is probably better.
So for me, receiving and giving, I prefer to work off a list. And it starts with
all right, you
fiscal.
didn't say giving. Giving, yes, I like to work off a list. Yeah, I would just say I like to work off a list for the most part.
Yeah, so same. And I thought I was in. Some people
pretty
like the
good-
spontaneous. I'm just bad at I'm one of those people. I've been independent and single for a long time. So
Strong, independent black woman.
I don't want you wasting money on me. And I have a lot of shit. So I don't need more shit. if that makes sense.
What's a good spontaneous gift for you? A random cologne from the anus of.
I don't even think cologne because I'm particular. I won't just wear a cologne because
Right.
I want a different
Like
smell.
even
or
if it was like a high end.
yeah, I don't just need to have the newest Gucci cologne because it's Gucci.
Tom
I need to
Ford or
smell it.
whatever.
Dude, Tom Ford. I'm glad you said it. Super expensive cologne.
Stinks.
A lot of it stinks.
A lot of times it's
that
like
leather
though.
smell, all leather.
Oh, now I remember what I wanted. So I didn't get to it, but I'll give everybody out there some real hunk juice cologne if they want it. And it's not really that expensive whatsoever.
Go.
It's made by Liz Claiborne,
Gotcha.
and it's got a spicy scent, a little bit of spice to it, but and also a softer vanilla scent, something like a John Paul kind of, but not like John Paul because, like I said, it has a little spice to it.
Right.
And it's not that expensive. It's called Mamba.
Mamba.
It's some straight hunk juice.
I feel like it's red.
It's it's got a red and yellow. It's
An orange.
squiggly shaped and orange. Yep, in a tall,
Little
skinny
saucy
tube.
vibe.
Exactly.
Nice.
If you're still hunking around in
So
your
you
20s,
like your men with a Latin vibe.
oh yeah,
get the
Latin
Mamba.
hunks all day long. If you are still in your 20s and you're still hunking around the bars, put some of that on. It's going to be the thong dropper.
back to just finish off my point. But so yeah, I don't want you wasting money on me. I just would rather you drop a couple hints or tell me like 10 things you want. I'll pick 5. Or don't be scared to just say like I really want this.
So
I'd rather make you happy with something I know you want than to just go out and like. And I know that there's people out there who will appreciate anything because it's the thought that counts. I'm not one of those people, and I think it's stupid. It's a waste of money.
If it's like a grandmom or an aunt or something, they get you some. They obviously you didn't drop any hints to them because that would be weird.
Is this weird? We're all adults. Hit me with some fajoles. Hit me with some green
paper.
Yeah.
So impersonal.
We're just passing
all,
around envelopes.
A family member though, like you can't expect that from just an aunt or someone who gives you like a little gift. You gotta grow up here. You want her to paper your hand up?
So maybe because I come from a small family, it's just like
you guys
literally
are tighter knit.
Giving gifts. It's just like my grandfather, my mom and stepdad. That's really it.
Okay.
And like I lost my one aunt that exchanged with. I lost my grandma that I exchanged with. So it's really just my grandfather and my parents. So I hit my parents off with money and like shit that I know they want. So maybe it's different for me. And coming from a single, like I'm single. I don't have any brothers or sisters or cousins. So like
really small family.
Yeah, small family for me.
Okay. Well, let's hear 2 gifts that you want for Christmas that are on your list that you wrote to Santa.
Oh, it's. I haven't begun to think about.
Besides the anal bead,
I think you put me on the spot. I mean, I would just want a
you
cologne.
Know 2 things.
Cologne.
No, wait a minute. You just said you want one cologne because they're not going to pick what you want.
Well, because I'm going to say I want this cologne,
You're gonna
and
say,
I want someone to
buy
buy me
what
that
cologne is it that you want?
DM me.
DM.
I'll tell you off air.
What a noodle.
But I haven't thought about it. But cologne for me. I really love cologne.
All right. Well,
I'm going to be bad at this women list here.
Okay. So has your lady told you what she wanted?
And she won't.
Now, do you feel like you know her well enough to be able to pick some stuff out for her?
Yeah, because I feel like she's a good sport and she's really humble and just she's appreciative.
Do you think she's playing along just because she's appreciative, or do you think she genuinely likes what you got her?
I think there are people in the world who appreciate the thought, so I think she's just going to appreciate whatever.
And you're not one of those people.
I don't like that, no. Am I fucked up for being like that? Be honest with me.
Yes.
Is it like hard?
Yes.
Or
so
not hard or callous?
What if
Is
she
it cold?
gets you something heartfelt, I don't know, a photo book of you guys making whoopee?
Yeah, I'm going to be like, what the fuck is this?
You wouldn't
You
like
better
that.
hit KOP and
get you
get
some
me some
cologne.
Louis V or something.
Louis V's the cologne you like.
No, I'm just saying something.
Get you some hunk juice. Louis V. You really want Louis V?
No, I just was being.
All right. So here are gifts in my mind that I feel like women get, and then we'll go into what they actually want, in my opinion. So maybe some women can help us out, or we'll put a poll up, or go to social media.
I think it's time for the first woman guest on Storytime with Boots.
That is true.
Drinking in your 30s.
I had my sister on. We were going to do a Christmas show. We got so jacked up that I'm like, oh my God, we got too jacked up during that.
Did you guys do an episode? Did I miss it?
No, I didn't launch it because it was all over the place.
Slop fest.
Mm-hmm. So what I think women actually get, I think every year in the mall, you walk by Victoria's Secret and you see the dad there looking at things, like struggling what to buy, and then the associate comes over and he thinks that she actually likes him and he still got it. But lingerie, I think that's what, like, dads will be the gift. They go out.
So is this something you think they get and don't want, or you're just saying a gift that they get?
Actually, this could be both.
I was just going to say, because I see it both ways.
Yeah, I think they could want it. Women want to still feel sexy. You know, I think it's like a men go-to. You always see them packed in Victoria's Secret in the mall. I think there might be other things, too. Second, I have Bath and Body. Again, you always see dads and sons in there. It's like a go-to.
That's a good one.
To get mom's soaps and creams and shit.
Yeah, definitely.
For birthday or Christmas. I have Yankee Candle.
Yeah.
Again, kids, moms. I got this shit pretty nailed, I feel like. A new vacuum or a household.
You got to be stopped with that.
Or household item. Now,
what is it, 1950?
Or household item. Like, that could be an iRobot. That could be a bunch of different things today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's just a household item that people think mom would want. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a vacuum. I just wrote that down. And this is what women actually get. I'm not saying this is what they necessarily want.
Gotcha.
There's the
Some women gifts.
There's the difference. And then lastly, I think I have this on both lists. It's what we were just talking about for men, but perfume.
Yeah, perfume is a...
Yeah, so I think they get it. I think a lot of times they want it.
I think I get it from my mom because she appreciates perfume too. She's not scared to be like, yo, get me that new Chanel or get me that.
Kind. Okay. So you guys have that understanding. Like a lot of guys will just go out and get whatever.
Probably,
as
yeah.
opposed to...
And
so that's why I have it...
smelling not good or...
Exactly. That's why I have it falling into both categories. So what women actually want? Jewelry.
Oh,
Number
I was
one.
waiting for you to say. I thought you
Number
were
one,
it
it has to be jewelry. Now, this doesn't apply to all women. You'll have those ones, the moms that'll be like, I just want something heartfelt or this and that. But most of these bitches today, most of these materialistic hoes, just want their hands on some jewelry. Whether it's some diamonds,
tennis
Tiffany's
bracelet,
this, earrings, whatever the hell it is, engagement ring, you name it. Jewelry's number one. I have designer handbags number two. Not every woman likes that. So yeah, I feel like you have the proud Target women, and then you still have the women that like their shit. And that can be a little of both. So
no, I agree with that.
What is the new handbag now that's...
I think it's the classics. Louis Vuitton, I think, is probably...
Yeah, there's a few. I can't remember the name, but...
I mean, I know, like, designer ones, but I don't think any normal people ask for them, like Hermes or Birkin.
That's the one. That's the one you got to be on, like, a list for, right?
Yeah. They appreciate. They're like Rolexes.
You getting your...
Like, you can have one from 2004, and it might still be worth, like, $50,000.
Wow.
People buy insurance for them and shit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You getting your lady a Birkin?
No, she's thankfully not into that kind of stuff.
You lucked out.
Chanel, I think, is a popular women brand. Chanel, Louis.
I got that as number two. Number three, I got jewelry again. Because just for a simple fact, they want fucking jewelry. But look, jewelry's earrings, jewelry's necklace, jewelry's bracelet.
You know what's... Well, I'll let you finish your list, but there's something interesting that hasn't been mentioned yet.
Okay. I don't think I have it because I have perfume as ones they want.
So that's four.
And then I have random spontaneous gift.
Ah, there you go.
Because that's just typical
women. Yeah. Well, what cracks me up is I felt like you were painting women a certain way with their wants, but you brought it back to even keel. Yeah.
Well, also a spontaneous gift could be something like I said, a photo album or something sentimental.
Yeah, definitely.
Why? What were you thinking? You seem like you had.
No, so I don't really have any feedback on this. Obviously, this I'm not always buying for women. Me and my mom have a certain agreement. Electronics weren't mentioned on both things, like the iPad.
Interesting, right?
We're in the 21st century, and I'm trying to think. I'm drawing a blank, but there's got to be some cool new technology. Oh, I got one. What's the fucking bike all the girls want?
There's a bike?
Yeah.
Oh, Peloton.
Yeah, Peloton.
That's a good one.
That's like a technology.
That's a good
feel
one.
like that it wasn't mentioned on guys or girls. I'm trying to think of a guy's tech, maybe like the PS5 for our age group. I think once you get in your 40s, it's probably over for gaming.
Yeah, because I was thinking our age and older. Obviously, younger kids would want technology, iPhone, this and that.
Yeah, iPad, iPhone, whatever.
All that iJazz.
Or maybe I feel like women read a lot, more often than men at least.
A book?
Not a book, what do they call it, Kindle? Or
there you go.
Something like that. Might
That's
be
a good call.
gift. Yeah.
Yeah,
we didn't
Kindle
mention any
for
electronics, and we're pretty much all.
Yeah, there's definitely some electronics on there that I didn't miss, or that I missed, but I kept it old school. With that being said, and since Christmas is your favorite holiday, what are your favorite parts of the Christmas season? I have a few bullets. Maybe I'll just go into my bullets, and then it'll kickstart
a conversation,
your memory here. So first thing on the list, and I think this is very, very notable for 2020, is just people in a good mood and being polite. I think in 2020, when you're out and about, if you're shopping, just that Christmas spirit, everyone's saying Merry Christmas, or at least the old days, holding doors for people. Nowadays, it's different. You got the mask on, like you can't really read people's facial expressions. You know, you think everyone's probably like staring at you too long because you can't see their mouth or anything like that. So that's number one for me, like for the Christmas season. Not necessarily number one, but what I wanted to start it off with is...
So help me understand what you mean. You're saying that the Christmas spirit is something you look forward to, or just... I just missed what you were saying exactly about the spirit. You're saying you missed that because it's not going to be a thing this year because of COVID, or you didn't really? You were just saying overall you love the holiday spirit.
It's both.
Gotcha.
So you probably won't really have that as much this year.
Yeah.
Number one, not as many people are shopping more and more online, and then with COVID, you're only going to have even more people shopping online.
Yeah.
You're not going to have those interactions, and then even if you are out, you're not really interacting with people. It's kind of awkward. Everybody's walking around with a mask on. And again, like you can't really read people's body language.
Yeah, or their lips. So sometimes you can't hear. Or they could be talking at a certain, like
and
you hear them, but without seeing their lips.
Well, and then everybody's nervous. They don't want to. They're trying to stay away from people because of COVID. So it's just awkward. But in general, too, it's just something I think people look forward to. Just, you know, everyone's a little nicer during the holiday, or seem to be, unless you're in traffic or something.
Yeah, or, you know, sometimes, you know, I feel bad for people who are, you know, it creates stress, like financial. But I'm with you, and I think people want to be inherently good, and people want to be in a good mood. So I love that you started off with the Christmas spirit and working in retail. You know, you do get your asshole here and there, but let's face it, there's a bad apple in everything, every situation. There's always going to be that. You can choose,
and you have so many more people.
You can choose to engage in that. I heard this saying that's kind of funny. Every day you have two things, a choice and a chance. A way to look at life, kind of. Not to get weird.
A choice and a chance. All right, so explain.
So
Gary V.
Every day you got a new chance to change things, and you have a choice on what you want to engage in. Like, do you want to harp on the negativity? Do you want to lay in bed all day? Do you want to get up and get cologne on even though you're working from home?
Smell good for the cat.
Yeah.
Do you spray your ball bag? Side note.
No.
You look like a ball bag sprayer.
No.
No? What about your taint?
No.
You're a nuss?
I used to go powder.
But I heard powder gives you cancer. Is that true?
I don't
Powder
know.
powder?
But after years of use, I just felt like it kind of like, I don't know.
Your balls were getting all wrinkly.
Like rashed a little.
You powdered your balls every day from 7th grade until how long?
Nah, I was just kidding.
No. Now I think they have like creams and lotions out too, so you don't even have to use powder if powder is what causes cancer.
Yeah, I think
you
it's
see all
in
those
women,
like manscaping companies?
Yeah.
They have like literally ball cream and shit.
Hey.
Yeah.
Luckily I'm not a stinky.
No, but I think people do that just to feel fresh.
Yeah, it's definitely a fresh feeling.
Yeah. I had an ingrown hair, not on my sack, but on my inside thigh the other day. Jesus God, man. That thing.
Can we get back to Christmas?
All right, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm getting off topic here. So we were talking about people being in a good mood. We already touched on music and TV shows, which I think is one of the best parts of the Christmas season. You start hearing a Christmas. Some people it like gets annoying. Like I get it. You don't want to hear it in July, but come December, don't be a Scrooge. Getting together with family, kind of the same thing as what we talked about on Thanksgiving. But what's good about Christmas is, I know this doesn't hit home for you, but a lot of people have split families, or they're married, or they go to one parents and then the other parents, or like you said, you have step parents. So there's a lot of different places you go to. So some people do Christmas Eve parties, Christmas parties, multiple places to go to, whereas Thanksgiving you usually get together just at like one big house. And also Christmas work parties.
I'm disappointed that, and maybe I just was left off the invite list, we never really had like, or maybe we're just not at that age yet where like hosting is becoming a thing, but like I remember when I was a kid, I'd be running I don't know if my mom was like cool or something, but we would run to like her best friends, my aunts. We'd be like running party to party, and like our friends, we don't, whatever. We loosely have the same group of friends, slightly different, closer groups, but I don't know. Like I feel like we have a couple of really Italian people that don't really host in our crew. I would be willing to host too. I just don't think anyone would come, to be honest with you.
Have a Christmas tree party, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I think it just speaks more to the times than it does about people hosting.
That's true, but think about it. COVID's just this year.
Not even necessarily COVID. Like everyone's just...
And you don't have to name drop, but have you ever been invited to a friend's on the holiday, on Christmas?
I don't think I've done many friend Christmas parties. I've done a Friendsgiving party. But I don't think not that I can remember.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be exchanging.
But
just come
usually
through and
get
break
together
bread.
and drink.
Just break bread. Whatever.
Throw that shit. I'll go.
Yeah. What's this topic again? Because I feel like I have a lot to say about that.
Well, that was just get together with family and friends. Like you seem to do it more often, and I was talking more so about around Christmas Eve or Christmas. But I get your point because I remember that being younger too. Just all throughout the holiday season, you go and stop by this friend's house, and maybe you just give a gift or just say hello. You know what I mean?
And I'm not even talking about family necessarily. Like, I remember going
like my mom's friends.
Yeah,
I know exactly
like just running through and
family friends. Really,
a couple crock pots of meatballs and shit are out, and you're just eating, grabbing, and going. Another thing, just talking about like the holiday time. I don't know if this is like hits home to listeners, but we did the local bar. For a while. I would say all through your 20s, like 20s. I would say like mid-20s.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So that was more...
And I think that could just be a Delco thing.
I don't think so. Not everything's a Delco thing. I think it's like every big city, like the suburbs outside, people are all doing the same shit around there.
Yeah.
But maybe that was part of it. Maybe that was more the social gathering than hosting, is we weren't doing social gatherings. We were all going out to the bars.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
You know what I mean? Nobody has to clean up. Everybody gets shit-faced.
Yeah, I like
everybody
the idea
goes home.
Yeah, definitely. But I definitely like the holiday vibe that you're saying. I'm going to miss that, experiencing that out there, whether you're Christmas shopping or whatever.
Right.
Just that vibe, that community, everyone's out on the same mission.
Well, we just touched on this kind of a little bit. It's drinking all the time during the holiday season, which is fun.
Dude, I'm a slob on Christmas, more so than Thanksgiving.
Why more so?
I just get an overwhelming not being in retail. And again, I think it's just from working in retail and having to work on Christmas Eve. And then you get one day off. You work like a slave. You work a 12-hour day on Christmas Eve to come home and have some sanity, and then the next day. But then you have to be right back at 7 a.m. on the 26th. It just really changed my dynamic. So, the years that I've been able to enjoy, I just get sloppy and just like drink.
That's your joy.
Yeah. And I just love it. Watching, I found it, they didn't do it now that it's an eighth season, but from Christmas Eve to New Year's Eve, I was a big Game of Thrones guy, best show ever, hands down, in my opinion. They did a season a day from, that started at noon. So they're noon to 10, a season a day for 7 straight days. And in sales, I think you can do it too. Like, I'm probably going to be able to take off from Christmas Eve.
You're hitting on one of my bullet points.
Oh.
No, go ahead. Lead in right in, because that's one of the things I was going to say is being a lot of people,
not just sales. I feel like the trades,
a lot
too.
of corporate jobs, some trades too, like good trades. A lot of people like to recharge, take off at the end of the year. I already put in my time request. I'm off from the 22nd to after New Year's. So.
Oh, and that got approved?
Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah, so it's a little different this year being right on the weekend. I think Christmas is on a Friday.
I think so.
Yeah, so like basically you're going to be off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm good with that. I might not take some time. And then the next week I'll be off the same Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And it's so sweet. It's just like, even if you are working, it's such an easy atmosphere because a lot of places do have a lot of people out.
Yeah.
So it's just like empty offices if you are going in or working from home, but nobody's
just
really
going through the motions.
Right, just going through the motions.
But no one's
call it an early day.
Penny pinching you or ball busting you. Or...
But that's kind of playing into what I was talking about. What's great about the season and like everybody saying hi, because during that time off, when I'm off just before Christmas, I'll go out and get some shopping done.
Yeah.
I'll hit the liquor stores.
The liquor store's a big one for me. I enjoy it.
Yeah, so go in there. And then because you're going to liquor stores, like drinking all the time. And what I like about the Christmas season is I notice I'm more of a social drinker. I don't really sit home like by myself on a Friday and just crush a ton of beers or like drink a ton of whiskey. I might have like a couple, but
I don't even have a couple.
No,
I need
like
a partner in crime.
exactly. I need like a social setting, or else it's boring to me.
Yeah, same.
You know?
Because I hate hangovers.
It's I don't like the hangover, but it's not even necessarily about that. Like I'm not just going to sit there and keep pounding glass. It's just boring. Like if you're not talking with somebody or at a house party or with friends, it's just not that fun to me anymore. I don't know.
I got something for you. Or did you have more on this topic?
After the excess drinking, it was going to be like just the excess eating over the holidays.
Yeah.
The tons of food.
Up. Yeah.
Whether if you're in an office setting, people are bringing in food and cookies and all types of shit. You're going out to maybe holiday dinner or lunches, going out with family, and then you have like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. You have the Thanksgiving party, tons of the apps, the meats and the cheeses.
Yeah, love it all.
The Christmas cookie, everything is. What are your like best apps that you like seeing like around the holidays that are out?
Oh, that's a good one. I
can go with number one. I'll start you off.
Go.
Has to be like the good meat and cheese board.
Yeah.
With like the Italian meat.
The charcuterie.
You have like the prosciutto and
all
salami
that.
And all the good cheeses there.
Yeah, the gabagool.
The what?
The gabagool.
What'd you say?
The Capicola.
Yeah, the Pepsi Cola.
No, I'm big on the cheeses. I like a nice prima donna. I like a burrata.
Ooh.
I like a brie.
A brie's okay. There's a good app with brie. It's like I forget. Marge makes it. But it's good. You'd like it.
I like the dips though. My mom makes this snowball dip, and it goes on. What are those little vanilla wafers?
What's the snowball part?
Coke?
Coke?
It looks like snow, like it's white, like snowball. It's like a cream cheese base.
With like sugar and shit?
Yeah, with like sugar and shit, but it's hard to explain, but she serves it. It looks like 3 snowballs in like a dish, and you just like cut it. It's like a little firmer. You just cut it with like a knife and like spread it on like vanilla wafers. Vanilla wafers or graham crackers. Pretty good. I love seeing dips. I don't know. I don't know if there's a seasonal thing. I just like seeing people just. Let's face it, in July, there's not many apps going out around anywhere. So I just like the excess of
just,
the hosting spirit.
What do you think the average American, how much weight do you think they gain around the holidays? 5 pounds, 10?
I'd say not quite 10, more than 5, though.
Yeah.
Maybe like 5 to 7.
I think you're probably right on there.
Yeah,
no
definitely.
doubt. Between all the booze and the food.
Dude.
It's easy 5 to 10 pounds.
I got one for you. Are you in exchange with the family on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
Traditional.
Yeah. Hard set on that?
Hard set. One gift maybe on Christmas Eve I'm okay with, but no, I like waiting for the day.
Now, is the one gift the traditional, or would you rather do nothing? Because that kind of is the thing. Let's do one tonight.
Yeah.
The problem is we got older with my mom. She wants to start doing it all on Christmas.
My mom's the same way.
Yeah,
she
starts having a couple wines, and she's like,
let's just open all. Yep.
Yeah. So that's a tough to do. But yeah, I like it on Christmas Day traditional too. I don't know if you make it to church still, but we go on Christmas Eve.
I want to start going. Yeah, I think we usually go. That's like I usually go a couple times a year, but Christmas Eve, I think we'll probably go. We have a party Christmas Eve.
So because we don't have a big family, Christmas Eve has always been an out to dinner holiday for us. For like I said, 4 years for Thanksgiving. It's probably been 8 for Christmas Eve, and we do church right after. So we'll go to dinner at like 5 and then go to church at like 8. And then once we're home from church,
the drinking begins.
The party begins.
Getting crazy.
Yeah.
No, we're going to start going back. We do go to parties. I think we went to, we did go to church last year.
Yeah.
But that's this is one of my coolest things now that I'm looking forward to is now that I have little ones is going to watch them, watch her open her gift.
She's going to be excited.
I know, because she seems a little older than she is. So she's only 1, she'll be 2, but she's very alert and she knows what Christmas is. Like she sees stuff and she says Christmas.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Whether it's a picture of Santa or whatever. So.
Fuck yeah.
And that's just cool in general, I think, is when you do put some thought into a gift for somebody and you watch them open it and they enjoy it, that's always really cool, too.
Yeah. And I hate to sound off like materialistic or callous, but I like the joy in when you give something that you know that they wanted.
Right.
And that's why, like, as a pleaser, I don't want to take a stab at something I think you might like. I'd rather
just know.
Yeah. And then maybe what I'll do is just trick it out in a different box or a box in a box. So if you want, like, a special perfume, instead of giving the little box, put it in, like, a big box.
Oh, shit.
You know
Is
what I mean?
that a penis innuendo?
Yeah, yeah.
I figure. Now, what does that do? Does that trick her into thinking it's something different? Is that what you like about it?
I'm just saying, like, just something like that.
Okay.
Just to throw off the...
One of the last things that I have now, we mentioned it here a second ago. Most of these things, just about everything we talked about in the show, didn't really have much religious significance. There's, I'm sure, a lot of Catholics out there, a lot of people who are religious, and the whole point of Christmas that most people forget is what?
Yeah, it's Jesus is born.
Jesus is born, exactly. How much, you just mentioned you
to
go
save the world.
We need that now, 2020. How much religious significance does Christmas still, honestly, play a part for you? I know you go to church Christmas Eve.
Yeah, so I hate to be whatever, but yeah, I mean, I like to reflect at church and try to get something out of it. I enjoy the hymns. They always play Joy to
You
the
sing
World.
along?
Well, what's crazy is they
Or do you
usually...
or you do hum to yourself?
Well, listen, they usually do it up with, like, added band instruments and a singing choir.
What church do you go to?
OLPH.
Oh, okay.
It brings a little tear to your eye when you hear Joy to the World being sung by a professional choir with, like...
Joy to the Earl?
Joy to the World.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now...
So, but to your point, no, I'm not thinking about it much, but, you know, I do think that there's still... I think the Catholic Church has took a stain with all the sicko stuff. I still like to get there. I would like to get there more than my mom probably gets there twice a month. And I was trying to get there with her like once a month. But the past, I'd say 8 years now, I really fell off. And I'm just a creaster.
Do you got a little nativity scene or advent calendar?
No, nothing like that. So if you're talking about the religious traditions, none of that in my household. Other than, I'm happy that we at least can make it to church. But it stops there, you know, not really looking at the...
I got to get that for my little ones, get that going so they have an understanding. I mean, they're still young now, but as they start to get a little older.
Well, you know what's crazy that I don't see a lot more out of our friends? We spent 12 years in Catholic school, and our parents and guardians instilled that in us, and I just feel like it's easily going away now.
Yeah,
like, we're not carrying the torch.
We don't go to church, yeah.
Yeah.
It is a shame because everyone that you see in church is blue or silver hair, you know, on their last leg out.
Yeah, and it's a shame.
Yeah, they're literally in God's waiting room right there.
And even not to get all religious about it, just to carry a tradition. I think it's cool. There's something that brings people together. You talk about people in the holiday spirit. There's no one in a better spirit than a family showing up at
church.
At church.
Absolutely.
Just my 2 cents on that. I like that you brought the religion into it.
See, because a lot of people, I mean, it's...
I hate seeing Xmas, too. That's a weird
lazy,
Christmas
though.
thing.
I say that I do it. I'm a very lazy texter, so I abbreviate everything.
Yeah.
And I get what you're saying, but I put Xmas because I'm just so lazy. I don't feel like writing.
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah. Well, I like that you brought it up.
Well, I do think it's important because, again, most people, the majority of people who are religious, let's forget about the ones who aren't for now, really what they think about the holiday season is everything we talked about. Getting the gifts, getting together with family, the drinking, the eating, you know, and having a good time, and there's nothing wrong with that, but people forget what Christmas is. You know, it's...
You know who I seen on a Christmas Eve probably in the last decade?
Who?
Our old friend Paulie Stack, if you're out there listening, Paul Stack. Seen
yeah.
him on a Christmas Eve.
Mass?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Getting his church on it. He
Yeah.
wasn't even Catholic either.
Yeah, I think he was there with the missus.
With his wife and kids?
I think he just had Nolan at the time. But,
Okay.
Good to see old familiar face.
Faux show. Well, I'll round it out, and this one is for the ladies with one of the things that people love, ladies in particular, around the holiday season. I'll give you
My package?
Your package,
Nice.
freshly powdered, well,
Nice.
not no more, sprayed with a very specific designer cologne that nobody knows about. so those nuts smell good after he roasts them by the fire. I'll give you one guess besides your nuts what you think ladies look forward to so much around the holiday season. This should be pretty easy. Time is up. Lifetime Christmas movies.
I don't know if I agree.
Oh, my God. Do you not know any women?
Yeah,
Do you not know any white women?
I don't know.
In
I
particular.
think traditional movies win over Christmas.
No
No?
flipping way. Not for the white woman ages probably 25 to 55.
I don't think when we were 25, no.
All right,
chicks
let's say
were-
30 to 55.
Okay. You
Or
could be
even
right. I don't
60.
know.
Let's say 30 to 60.
Could be right. I don't have an
The
opinion.
Lifetime Christmas movies that start coming on.
Sounds like you like them a little.
I'm not going to lie. It was on at the house the other day. I'm holding the little one. I was feeding her, and it was on, and I literally got caught up watching the damn thing. And all of them have the same background, just like all those Lifetime movies. It all starts out, successful businesswoman comes home from the holiday season, too busy with work, but happens to meet this man she doesn't really have time for. Next thing you know, they start hanging out and they're in love. See, you can tell I watched some of these things. It's fun.
I'd be sleeping.
It's mindless entertainment that's actually not negative. You know, I think it's something to
Easy watching.
easy watching, especially in 2020 where people can just look forward to that and forget about any issues. So I got you, late, and have my back on that. So Rob doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
That's really it. I don't know if there's anything you wanted to add, but that was the holiday show. I think we touched on pretty much everything. Not everything, but a lot of things that people
I
look
could get
forward to.
cynical, but I like the vibe of this one, and
No,
we'll save it for
there's no
next
reason to be cynical. We got plenty of that in other pods to do.
one. Good to be back.
Good to be back. We got this under the belt. Stay tuned. We'll get cynical on some more. But, again, everything we talked about, give me some hints. Give me some feedback on social media, Storytime with Boots, and Twitter, Storytime W Boots. Check out our sponsor, Your Super, to keep you healthy, all your superfood needs, keep you free of COVID and other STDs that you may have. And, yeah, that's it. Use code BOOTS at checkout, all caps, and we will see you next time.
Is your house on fire, Claude?
No, Bethany, those are Christmas lights.
Don't throw me down, Claude.
I'll try not to, Aunt Bethany.
Is this the airport, Claude?
We're here.
Hey, Grizz, me and Bethany figured out the perfect gift for you.
Oh, Uncle Lewis, you didn't have to buy me anything.
Damn it, Bethany, he guessed it.
Oh, that was fun. I love riding in cars. When did you move to Florida? Ellen, are you still dating Claude?
Oh, Aunt Bethany. You know, you shouldn't have done that.
Oh, dear. Did I break wind?
Jesus, did the room clear out, Bethany? Hell no, she means presents. You shouldn't have brought presents.
It isn't every day somebody moves into a new house.
They didn't move into a new house.
Mom?
In the living room, Russ.
This house is bigger than your old one. Is Rusty still in the Navy?
Aunt Bethany, why don't you go with Francis and Catherine into the living room and say hello to everybody?
Hello, everybody.
Just in the living room.
I should say it.
You should say it.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Mom?
What?
This box is meowing.
Let me see it. She wrapped up her damn cat.
Take it in the kitchen and open it up.
Then we'll have a cat running around the house.
You can't leave it in the box.
Why would somebody wrap up a cat in a box?
She gets confused, Rusty. She's old. She and Uncle Lewis don't have much money, so she takes things from around the house, wraps them up, gives them away as presents.
Great. Can't wait to see what I got.
Listen here, it's leaking. It's lime.
That would be her Jell-O mold. I'll take it, Eddie. Why don't you go back in the living room and enjoy yourself, Russ?
Come on, boy. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's go find your sister.